Revelation 966. From the 16th of June 1939. Secular activity, spiritual striving and power for it. The obligations of this world require strenuous activity from people, and everyone will have full interest in devoting himself as exclusively as possible to this. And every distraction, which spiritual striving sometimes brings with it, is regarded as an obstacle to earthly activity and accordingly disliked by those who stand outside the spiritual direction or those who see in earthly activity the first fulfillment of life. And now these people also demand from their fellow man to be completely absorbed in the earthly work, and they do not consider how unimportant and worthless this latter is, if the spiritual work is not practiced at the same time and the earthly task is only solved correctly through this. Both together will always be a blessing, and the Lord always gives the one who asks for it the necessary strength to do justice to his earthly activity, if he only thinks of the spiritual task first and does justice to it, because the Lord has set the perfection of the soul as the actual condition for the existence on earth. He has granted man the grace of embodiment only for this purpose, and so this should also be fulfilled first, and then every guarantee is given for the fulfillment of the earthly activity. The soul, which has found the right way, will now go the way of matter reluctantly. It will regard earthly work to be useless, and a certain discontent will become noticeable with him who eagerly pursues spiritual striving. But then also only the intimate, fully trusting prayer is necessary, and this state of evil will be overcome very soon. The soul complies with the demand placed on it, and it willingly fulfills its earthly task, however, giving its only love to the eternal divinity, and in view of this it goes its earthly way from now on, but to the blessing of all who stand in the area of its love activity. And now follows the time of the complete submission to the will of God. And this is of such unspeakable value, because the person who follows the path of such an earthly child recognizes with open eyes the gracious guidance of the Lord. The spiritual work will have a far more beneficial effect, and the Lord also gives his blessing in earthly relations, where the true earthly task is thought of first. Therefore, do not be of little faith if you believe that your earthly work is endangered. The Father in heaven guides everyone's destiny with a loving hand, and spiritual power is available to everyone in richest measure, if he only desires to use this power, and it is now also accessible to him without limitation. And he looks favorably on his children who are only willing to serve him. He will bless them both in this life and in the life hereafter and protect them from physical and spiritual decline. Amen.